Alright folks, welcome back to the show. Today we're diving deep into the wild world of sleep. We all know sleep is important, right? It's where we recharge, dream, and wake up feeling, hopefully, refreshed. But there's a whole other side to sleep, a side where things get weird. We're talking about 10 weird things that happen to us in our sleep. From your body going rogue to your brain conjuring up crazy scenarios, we're breaking down the science behind the strange stuff that goes down when you hit the hay. Let's get weird. Alright, let's talk about sleep paralysis. Imagine this. You wake up in the middle of the night but you can't move. You're totally conscious, you know what's going on, but your body is completely frozen. It's like being trapped inside your own head, and it can be absolutely terrifying. People experience all sorts of crazy hallucinations during sleep paralysis, like seeing shadows or feeling a presence in the room. It's like your brain is half asleep, stuck somewhere between dreamland and reality. And the worst part is, you're aware it's happening, which just amplifies the fear. Now, the exact cause of sleep paralysis is still a bit of a mystery, but it's likely got something to do with your brain messing up the transition between sleep stages. Basically, your brain is saying, wake up, but your body is like, dude, chill, we're sleeping. It's thought to be more common when people are sleep-deprived, stressed out, or have messed up sleep schedules. Still, it's usually harmless and only lasts a few minutes at most. Ever been drifting off to sleep and suddenly feel like you're falling only to jerk awake with a jolt? Yeah, that's a hypnic jerk, also known as a sleep start. It's that super common, super weird feeling of your body involuntarily twitching or spasming as you're falling asleep. One minute you're relaxed, the next you're doing an involuntary backflip in bed. So, what's the deal with these nighttime jolts? Well, the exact cause is still up for debate, but there are a few theories floating around. One idea is that it's just your muscles relaxing a little too quickly as you drift off, causing a kind of reflex spasm. Another theory suggests it's your brain misinterpreting the relaxation signals as you're falling asleep and thinking, whoa buddy, are you falling? Better jerk you awake just in case. So, next time you're jolted awake by a phantom fall, don't worry, it's totally normal. Sleep talking. The ultimate form of unconscious communication. We've all either done it ourselves or know someone who has, mumbling, gibberish, maybe even full-on conversations while sound asleep. It's weird, it's often hilarious, and let's be honest, it can be a little embarrassing depending on what secrets you spill. But what's really going on when our brains decide to have a chat in the middle of the night? Well, like many things sleep-related, the exact cause of sleep talking is still a bit of a mystery. We know it happens during any stage of sleep, but it seems to be more common during lighter sleep stages. Some experts believe it's simply our brains processing emotions and experiences from the day. Think of it as your subconscious mind doing a little debriefing, even if it comes out as the cat ate my homework and the moon is made of cheese. Now, most sleep talking is harmless and more amusing than anything else. Chapter 4. Lucid Dreaming. Taking the wheel in the dream world. Now we're getting into some seriously trippy territory, folks. Lucid dreaming, the ability to be aware that you're dreaming while you're dreaming, is like the holy grail of sleep experiences. Imagine being fully conscious in your dreams, able to control the narrative, the characters, the environment. It's like having your own personal virtual reality world at your command. Now, some people naturally experience lucid dreams, while others have to work at it through techniques like dream journaling and reality testing. And while the science behind lucid dreaming is still being explored, it's thought to involve increased activity in certain parts of the brain associated with self-awareness and decision-making. Some people use lucid dreaming for creative problem-solving, facing fears, or simply having incredible mind-bending adventures. Chapter 5. Sleepwalking, the nighttime adventures you don't remember. Sleepwalking, or somnambulism, is one of those things that sounds like something out of a movie, but it's a very real and often very strange sleep disorder. We're talking about people getting up and performing actions while they're sound asleep, walking around, eating, talking, even driving in some cases, all without having any recollection of it the next day. It's like their bodies are on autopilot while their minds are still snoozing. Now, sleepwalking usually happens during deep non-REM sleep, and it's more common in kids than in adults. The exact cause is still unknown, but it's thought to be related to genetics, sleep deprivation, stress, and even certain medications. And the weirdest part? Waking up a sleepwalker is usually not harmful, despite what some people believe. Chapter 6. Night Terrors, when fear takes over your sleep. Night terrors, these aren't your average bad dreams. We're talking about intense episodes of fear and panic that strike during sleep, often accompanied by screaming, sweating, and a racing heart. Unlike nightmares, which happen during REM sleep and are usually remembered vividly, night terrors occur during deep, non-REM sleep, and people often have no memory of the terrifying experience the next morning. Imagine waking up in a cold sweat, heart pounding, feeling completely terrified but having absolutely no idea why. They're more common in children, but adults can experience them too, especially during times of stress, sleep deprivation, or illness. While the exact cause of night terrors is still unknown, they're thought to be related to an over-arousal of the nervous system during sleep. Most kids grow out of night terrors, and for adults, managing stress and getting enough sleep can go a long way in preventing these terrifying sleep episodes. Chapter 7. REM Sleep Behavior Disorder, when dreams get too real. Alright folks, this next one is straight out of a sci-fi movie. REM Sleep Behavior Disorder, or RBD, is a rare but serious sleep disorder where people physically act out their dreams. We're not talking about a little twitching or mumbling here. We're talking about punching, kicking, yelling, jumping out of bed, basically turning their dreams into real-life actions. Imagine having a dream where you're fighting off ninjas and suddenly you're throwing punches at your sleeping partner in real life. Now, in normal REM sleep, our muscles are essentially paralyzed, preventing us from acting out our dreams. But with RBD, that muscle paralysis malfunctions, allowing people to move freely while they're in the midst of vivid, often intense dreams. RBD is thought to be caused by a problem in the brainstem, the part of the brain that regulates sleep and muscle movements. Chapter 8. Exploding Head Syndrome. Sounds crazy, feels even weirder. Alright, this next one might sound like something I made up, but I swear it's real. Exploding head syndrome. It's as bizarre as it sounds. People with this rare sleep disorder experience loud imagined noises as they're falling asleep or waking up. It's like a sudden, intense explosion, crash, or buzzing sound that seems to originate inside their heads. Imagine being just about to drift off to sleep when bam, your brain blasts you with an imaginary cymbal crash. Now, despite the alarming name, exploding head syndrome isn't painful and doesn't cause any physical harm. It's more of a sensory phenomenon, a kind of auditory hallucination that occurs during the transition between wakefulness and sleep. Chapter 9. Sleep eating, midnight snacking gone seriously wrong. Alright, we've all been there. Late night cravings, raiding the fridge for a midnight snack. But imagine waking up to find empty food wrappers, a trail of crumbs leading to your bed, and absolutely no memory of your late-night feast. That's sleep eating, a rare sleep disorder where people unconsciously eat while they're sound asleep. We're not talking about a few bites of a cookie. We're talking about full-on meals, often strange combinations of food, consumed without any awareness or control. Sleep eating is considered a type of parasomnia, similar to sleepwalking, and it often occurs alongside other sleep disorders. Chapter 10. Sleep Apnea, the Silent Sleep Thief. This last one isn't as weird as it is a serious condition. Sleep apnea, it's more than just snoring. It's a potentially serious sleep disorder where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. Imagine this, you're asleep, and suddenly, your airway closes off, blocking airflow for a few seconds, even minutes. Your brain, realizing something is wrong, jolts you awake just enough to gasp for air. This cycle can repeat itself hundreds of times a night, disrupting your sleep and leaving you feeling exhausted even after a full night in bed. Sleep apnea is no joke, folks. It's linked to a whole host of health problems like heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and depression. Outrow sweet dreams? Hopefully not too weird. So there you have it. 10 weird, wild, and sometimes downright wacky things that can happen to us while we sleep. From sleep paralysis demons to exploding head syndrome, our brains can get up to some seriously strange stuff when we drift off into slumber. But hey, that's the beauty of sleep, right? It's a journey into the unknown, a nightly adventure into the depths of our subconscious minds. If you're brave enough to explore further, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing content, and drop a comment below with your own weird sleep stories. Until next time, stay curious.